Why have we become so accustomed to following rules without question? When asked to submit our residency records, we comply. When a My Number ID arrives, we file it away without thought. When an election comes around, we debate which candidate to vote for. But do we ever stop and ask, are these things truly necessary? Or are we simply accepting them because that's just how it is? What is a system? What is politics? And is the law truly something that protects us? There was a time when I too hoped politics could change the world. That if a pure-hearted leader rose to power, society would be better. That if fair laws were written, injustice would disappear. I believed that. But when I became a farmer, when I left the city, entered the mountains, and began living side by side with the soil, those beliefs slowly began to dissolve. In nature, there are no laws. No one decides which bird flies first, or which insect deserves priority. A snake swallows the frog. The frog eats the insects in the field. There are no courts, no cause. And yet, the world is not in chaos. There is balance. There is order. But it's not the kind we create through systems. It arises from the relationships between all living things. This book has become the thickest in the Kuu series so far. As I wrote, a kind of anger welled up inside me. My pen wouldn't stop. Because everywhere I looked, I saw the same pattern. Mechanisms of control disguised as order. Violence masked as justice. Words like normal or cooperation used to demand obedience. It shocked me how deeply these ideas had penetrated our everyday lives. Elections, ordinances, residency systems, family registries, politeness as enforcement, rules wrapped in kindness. We maintain this structure of compliance. But for whom and why? I titled this book The Illusion of Politics and Law. Not to reject politics or law outright, but to question the assumption that we must live within them. To explore whether it's possible to live in a different kind of order altogether. There's life outside politics. There's harmony outside the law. Nature has been proving this all along. As a farmer, I've tried to live within the natural order, and from there, I began to re-examine the systems I once believed were essential. If you read this book and come away thinking, this was my question too, then that alone will make all of this worthwhile. Rather than trying to change politics, what if we reclaimed our lives from its grasp? Rather than fighting within systems, what if we quietly stepped outside them and began sowing seeds of our own? There was a small resistance I chose, and it became a starting point for this book. By the way, this series occasionally offers free Kindle campaigns. You can find a complete list of published titles on the author's Amazon page. There might be one currently available for free download. If you're curious, please feel free to take a look. You may find a title that speaks directly to you.